The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole.
Y'all ready to get rolling? Quiet on the set. Hey, welcome back. Another hot episode of the Golden Boot. It's your boy Pooh Bear. I got my man Aunt Petty Murphy in the building. What's good with you, my boy? Oh, my bad. I set you up for that one. I had unmuted you already. Hold on. There you go. My bad.
Trying to make me look bad at you, man.
I was trying to prevent it from happening. But man, we back with another hot one. Want to tell everybody thank you for tuning in, man. I know baseball going on. LSU is finishing up a shalopping right now of Nichols. They're up 10-2, going into the bottom of the sixth, I believe, or they may have just finished that. We
got pitching change.
Oh, okay. But yeah, man, Schmidt so far, man, he's looked good, man. But before we even get too deep into the weeds, man, I gotta give a shout out to our sponsor at Bet Online. Hey, man, people seem to like that "Would You Rather" from last week. They also that Cam Newton debate, Cam Newton, Eli, man, they've been all over it.
Yeah.
Comments everywhere, man. All on YouTube and on TikTok, man. If you're not following us on YouTube and TikToks, please go ahead and do that. Jump in on the conversation because I think we're gonna have one tonight that y'all definitely gonna want to talk about. Got some stuff, but let's go ahead and get to it. Get a shout out to our sponsor over at BetOnline. BetOnline.ag. We will be back in 1 minute.
BetOnline.ag is your number one source for all your sports information, stats, news, and scores. Get the latest odds, lines, and player injury reports for this year's NBA and NHL playoffs. BetOnline is always your sports information headquarters. This season, we have you covered for all your sports wagering needs. We have everything from NBA, NFL, MLB, and NHL to golf, tennis, UFC, and boxing. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to get your betting info, including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games that you can play right from your home. Head on over to betonline.ag today or use your mobile device to get in on the action. Be sure to use the promo code BLEAV to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts.
And we are back. Hey, I know we started out talking about baseball. So let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Baseball this weekend. Baseball, they dropped one against Omaha. And the crowd was people were going crazy because it was 5-0 going into the bottom of the ninth, and everybody was losing their mind. You would have thought that this was, a sweep. You would have thought that I don't know. I thought the world was coming to an end. Your thoughts on the mass panic?
Well, every time LSU makes the trip to the College World Series, they always talk about how hospitable the fans are to the people of Omaha. And I think they were just doing it one more time, bro. But nah, honestly, it's baseball, bro. You ain't gonna win every game.
It's 56 of them too.
Yeah, I mean that's not gonna happen. So I think there's a lot of factors that came into play. You know, we're still tinkering with the lineup, trying to find out who hits where, and not just who hits the where, but who we even gonna put in the lineup. You know, we got a bunch of different guys, young guys that we're trying to see what they're working with. And it's early in the season. It was cold out there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of factors that came into why I think the bats really weren't awake that game. But I think it's not really a cause for panic for me until I see it happening consistently, you know. But the other games, that series, they were able to put some runs on the board and you know, swing the bats pretty well. And tonight they're doing the same thing. So it seems like that was more of an outlier, and that's gonna happen in baseball. You know, hats off to Omaha. You know, they pitched well, they fielded well, they did what they had to do to get the win. But from an LSU standpoint, getting 4 in the ninth is nice, but you would like to see the offense wake up a little bit earlier, because if you could have got 4 in the 6th or 7th, you possibly could have been able to scratch out a win in there.
Yeah. And let me I should have had this pulled up beforehand. Hold on, give me 1 second, Ant, as I pull this up, because it's something that happened. That was eerily similar to this. The game against Purdue Fort Wayne. You remember what time the game started?
Ooh, that was an early game.
Like 11 o'clock?
Yeah, something like that. It was early, yeah.
The game Saturday that they lost to Omaha. Do you remember what time that game was?
Yeah. Noon, 11 o'clock, something like that.
So against Purdue Fort Wayne, it was the same exact thing, where they didn't start hitting or whatever until a little bit later on. It wasn't as cold. It was cold, but it wasn't as cold.
Yeah.
But they still did not. It was like 5th, 6th inning. Matter of fact, I got it pulled up here. I can look at it. It was like the 5th or 6th inning, if I'm not mistaken, when they actually started hitting in that Purdue Fort Wayne game. So it was late. It was 1 o'clock-ish before they even really got going. So what?
Oh, you talking about the time period? I mean, you saying like you think they can't play early in the morning? You think it's a biological clock thing?
I realistically think that it's a one time is an accident, 2 time is a trend. It's starting to, you know what I'm saying, and it's looking like early on, because the Friday game they hit well. That Saturday,
Yeah.
when it's early, they're not, and I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying that early on in them games, and you know what I'm saying, the early games, they just not clicking. It's like it's, you know what I'm saying, they're a little off their game, just a little bit off. But as it gets later on, because if you look at game 3, they dominated.
Yeah.
Completely dominated.
It might be something to that. But I think part of it is just baseball, bro.
And not completely.
You're gonna have them days, man.
Yeah. Outside of that, although we lost that game, I saw a lot from this team. They were put in some bad situations a lot, and they came out. That game could have been a lot worse. There were some, you know, batters on it with like I think it was like 2nd and 3rd with like no outs, and they ended up nobody scoring and stuff like that. I love seeing that because I want to see them face that adversity and find a way to get through it. That is what I really enjoyed about the game. Although they did lose, although they did lose, rather, shall I say, in the 9th inning. showing that resilience.
Yeah.
They had a chance. It's two quotes that I love. One is from The Wire. One is for I forget who said it. We didn't lose, we ran out of time. I forgot who said that one. And then from The Wire, nobody wins. The one team just loses slower than the other one. And so baseball, a game of failure. You hit, you know what I'm saying? Hit below. Hell, if you hit 30% of the time, you're considered almost a Hall of Famer. You can almost get in the Hall of Fame with them numbers. So just looking at that, man, it's crazy to think of how bad people panic with this going on. I always find it funny. I ain't even look at. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't even look at the group chats because I already knew what it was gonna be. My phone was just buzzing. But yeah, like I said, pitching has been phenomenal so far this season. I know they gave up the home run. I know they gave up 5 runs pitching to contact. Saturday's going to be a tough all season, I feel like, just simply because you're not getting that strikeout pitcher. You're getting a guy who's going to be pitching to contact. So he's going to throw some and put you in some positions. And guys they're going to have to make plays. You're not necessarily going to have to be perfect, but you're going to have to get rid of those mental mistakes, some of those errors and stuff that we've seen in past years. We hadn't seen it as much this year, but you're definitely going to have to step up on Saturdays because Eanson's a phenomenal pitcher, but he pitches to contact. He's not necessarily he's not throwing, you know what I'm saying, for movement or see if he can beat you and, you know what I'm saying, paint the corners. He's going to throw it down the pipe and, you know what I'm saying, make you, you know what I'm saying, put your best one on it. So, definitely like seeing that. Schmidt tonight, he's been great. He gave up one early and he's been pretty much shut out ever since. I know they got another run off a wild pitch, but
yeah,
I like what I see out this team so far.
He a future ace for sure, bro. He got some nasty stuff, bro.
Yeah. Now I will ask this. We'll talk about this because we haven't seen it yet. Where is Guidry?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing.
Because that's been coming up a lot lately. That question. Wednesday, we could possibly see him. I don't know if they've already announced it. LSU takes on Dallas Baptist in Arlington. And yeah.
Nice. That'll be a good test for him.
That'll be a great test. And then this weekend they got Kansas State, Nebraska, and Sam Houston in that in Frisco, Texas. So
yeah.
In the Frisco College Baseball Classic. So yeah, that'll be a good one.
A DBU game. And see, I think I don't know this, and I don't know if they've said, but I think that Guidry was gonna start the game versus Nichols last
week, yeah. And they threw it off his rotation.
Yeah, so I think that's why we hadn't seen him again. And then we'll see him again this Wednesday. You know what I mean? It's like to keep the same rotation time.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. Pause. A word from the broadcast is Guidry will most likely be used this weekend at Frisco. So I'm with you, and I thought that
maybe they know what they got in Guidry, so they've been seeing what they got in everybody else.
That's true. That's fairly true. That's true. But yeah, that's where we at with that. You got anything else on baseball? Like I said, right now they're up 10-2 going into the top of the 7th. Been looking pretty good so far. But yeah, what you got? You got anything else on baseball before we move on to?
Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna wait till see what they do this weekend.
All right. Wednesday is going to be probably the biggest test they will have this season against Dallas Baptist. But next, man, let's talk about the round ball Tigers. What's good, D-Lob? LSU Men took on Florida on Saturday, and I'm be honest with you, I ain't watch it. I
I
was
watched
keeping up with.
I watched some of it. They about a half. And then in the
I
second
thought
half, they looked like a totally different. It looked like the damn Monstars went to the Tigers locker room at halftime and took all their
so.
powers.
I at one point, and I looked, and it was a 4-point game. It was 63-59. LSU was down by 4. I said, "Oh, they got a chance." I think I turned my head, went to the restroom, grabbed a glass of water, something. It took me less than a minute. I came back, and it was a 12-point game.
Yeah, they got.
They got ran out
It
the
was, man, the
building.
first half they was more than competitive. You know what I'm saying? They was winning.
Yeah,
I mean, they was up what 4 at half, something like that, 4 or 5 at half, and then in the second half, it just was like a 17-3 run or 17-4 run or something like that. Like it was just crazy,
yeah,
and it just that lead just evaporated.
yeah. Things don't get any easier for the Tigers. They take on Tennessee on tomorrow.
It's the SEC for you, bro.
They take on Tennessee tomorrow. They got Tennessee not ranked anymore.
I thought that was number 8.
Oh, okay, because it's showing they don't have their ranking on here. They got Mississippi State. They just ain't got the rankings on here. Okay, you got Tennessee. They got Mississippi State. They got Kentucky. They got Texas A&M, and then they
All
get
them
ready.
right.
Yeah, you getting ready for SEC tournament. If you, I don't even know if they even.
No,
What?
they probably not making a big dog.
Yeah. Um.
I mean, it's possible, but you gotta be you. You probably gotta win 2 of your next 4 to make it, and they all get ranked teams. And you only got 3 out of 14 games so far.
mm, 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 mm. Yeah. So that's where they sit with that. Ladies basketball bounced back from losses to uh, some top teams in South Carolina, and they had a win in between there. But then they bounced back with a win on Thursday against who did they play on Thursday?
Georgia.
Georgia. They bounced back with a win against Georgia, big win against Georgia. By big, I'm not meaning the competition, but necessarily the big by saying the it was a big win, meaning that they needed. Then they took on number 14 Kentucky, and they looked like poo poo in the first half, and they looked like you talking about the men's team
Right.
snatched. They got their power snatched. Kentucky, Georgia Amore, that power got snatched in the second half. LSU was on fire that second
Yeah.
half.
Michaela Williams, bro. I don't know what else I could say, bro. But I want to go back to the Georgia game
Mhm.
because Anissa Morrow missed the first game of her college career. I think it was 133 straight games,
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
something like that. But she missed, but you had Jersey, Wolfenbarger, and Samaya Smith both have double doubles.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the production that Anissa brings on a nightly basis from those two. So you were still able to have your same output that you would have had if Anissa would have been in the games, essentially.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
both of them,
Yeah.
both of them did a great. I think Samaya had
She was 11 and 12, and
yeah, Jersey was 12 and 10,
16 and 12.
16 and 12. Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think like that's pretty much what you get from damn, I thought he had it. That's pretty much what you get from Anissa on a nightly basis. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I think not only did they give you what you needed against Georgia, but they also gave you a preview of what you could see next season in terms of the post play with Jersey and Somalia. So
Mm-hmm.
I think the future is pretty bright at the post position, and it also gives Kim options this season if she has to rest Anissa or if she needs to go a little, taller in the lineup with Samaya and Jersey both. You know what I mean? It just gives
Yeah,
her more options because she knows that she could play them off of each other. So I think that game did a lot in terms of instilling confidence in Kim and those two together, instilling confidence in them, and giving you a little bit more depth because now you can rest Anissa for longer periods of time or play different lineups. So it gives you a little more options than and I think that's one thing they needed because you can't keep asking these girls to play,
yeah,
almost 40 minutes a night.
yeah. Yesterday, Anise found herself in foul trouble. She had 4 fouls, but she did return with 12 points, 10 assists. I'm sorry, 12 points, 10 rebounds. She had 1 assist. Michaela, as you mentioned, 24 points, 5 rebounds. Nothing bigger than the second half. She was on
Yeah.
fire. Flage got you 13 to 13 with 3 assists. And Cheyenne rounded out. Well, I'm sorry, she had 8 points. Uh,
Big
eight
game
points.
for her, bro.
Yeah, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and 1 turnover. Samaya had 2 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. But she also had 2 blocks to add to that. So yeah,
Yeah, I think Cheyenne had a big game versus Kentucky, dog. It might not reflect it necessarily on the stat sheet
mhm.
with like, a double double or nothing like that. But I think that was one of her best games in the second half.
Yeah,
The most, you know what I'm saying, of getting the team going, bro, and getting the offense running. And
yeah,
I think we didn't see much of Gilbert because Cheyenne was able to kind of still be an offensive threat while she was still, you know what I'm saying, running the
mhm,
offense and facilitating. Like her numbers ain't out pop off the page, but if you watch what she was able to do in terms of, you know, knocking down a few shots, getting to the free throw line, you know what I'm saying? Just she was an engine out there a little bit, so to speak, of just getting things going for everybody else.
yeah. Um, in the win though, this win marked Kim Mulkey's 750th win throughout her career. Congratulations to Kim Mulkey on a fantastic career thus far. Do you think we see Kim get to that 1K? That's
So let's
250.
see.
That's
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 8 more seasons.
yeah, it's probably about at the minimum.
She gonna
At,
win 30. She gonna win 30
at the
games.
minimum, at the I was just gonna say at the minimum, that's 6 seasons, right?
Ain't no way, bro.
At minimum, that's 6 seasons at minimum. At
250?
yeah, no, that still be 7 seasons at minimum.
They
At
don't play
mo,
50 games a season.
I know hear me out. It ain't it's not gonna happen. But that was if they ran the tape. I'm saying at
No,
minimum
no, it's eight.
40,
Eight
it's
is minimum.
48. So what I'm saying, 40 games a season, right? At minimum. I'm
Oh,
saying
so you saying if she run the table every
if
year?
I said
Okay,
that's
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
that's 7 seasons at
Yeah.
minimum, but 8, 9 is what we looking at.
Yeah, I say 8 seasons. She gonna win. She wins about 35 a year.
Okay, so we're looking at 8 seasons. Think we see another 8 seasons?
No.
I don't even know how to say that back. I mean, it's realistic. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't see it.
I
I
ain't
would love to.
I'm gonna
I
be
would.
quiet.
I would love to see it get though, but
Mm,
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Um, I tell you what,
I mean, she it'll put her like what 70 something years old if she coaches 8 more years. So I mean, it's like how old is the woman in Stanford, Vanderveer or whatever her name is? Like she retired or whatever.
yeah, she's 62.
Who?
Kim Mulkey is 62. So that'll put at what 8 more years, 70, 71.
Yeah, what I'm saying. So how old Tara Vanderveer?
71.
Yeah, she just retired last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's about right.
Mm-hmm.
That's about. She might coach 8 more years. I don't see it though, but it's not unrealistic to say she can't coach 8 more years.
I gotta see what number is Dunn at. How many wins she got? She only 54. Look and see how many wins she got now on her resume.
Tara got like 1,200 and something though. I don't know. I don't know. Kim ain't gonna pass Tara.
I don't think so. I don't
She-
think anybody gonna catch. I don't think Gino will catch her. So Dunn has 635 right now. $635.
And she need 630. So she basically needs 600 more wins. How
to
long?
catch Vanderbilt. I'm just saying to
Yeah.
hit 1,000, she need
She
360.
can get,
Still need 360.
she can get 1,000 in about 12 years.
Yeah, 365. So yeah. She could
Well,
I mean
no. She need what she said. She need 365.
mm-hmm.
She probably
About
get
10 years.
about 10 years. Yeah,
10 or 11 years.
Because she win more. She win about 30, 37, 38 games a year.
Yeah. Then it said Gino is 70. Yeah, he's already. I forget how many Gino got, but he already 70.
I think he got 1,000, don't he?
Yeah, he got 1,000. I don't think she got it in less time. She said Dunn has 635, but in less time. That's not true. We looked that up. I think she has it at a younger age.
At a younger age, but not in less games.
Not in less games. Yeah, Kim has it in a very fast pace.
Gino got 1,239. He got more than Tara.
Did he pass? No, I thought I know he passed, but I'm saying is he the all time? He just took that this year.
Yeah, he just passed Tara. Yeah.
Yeah, that was this year. So yeah.
That's a tall dude, bro.
Who?
Maverick Rizzy.
Rizzy, yeah, he is. All right, man. You got anything? Oh, man. Speaking of, I do got something else. We talking about Kim and making it and getting to 1,000. It's going to be hard when you got people in your own conference. You think you get past or you can move past South Carolina, but then you got Texas, the new number 1 in college women's basketball.
That don't mean nothing, bro.
I know. I'm just saying, Texas been red hot.
They good. Don't get me wrong, but LSU can beat them, bro.
Oh yeah, no, that's no doubt. That's no doubt. With Texas being the new number 1 right now, this is probably the first year in a long time that we've seen 3-4 different number 1 teams in women's basketball.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Is this the parity that we all been wanting, especially in women's basketball?
Can somebody else win it first?
That's true. That's fair. That's fair.
If South Carolina does all this and still win it, like, does it matter? This feels like those years, bro, whenever Alabama lost like early to Texas A&M or somebody, you know what I'm saying? and nobody thought they still was gonna find a way to make it to the championship, and they still made it anyway, and they still won the championship anyway.
Yeah. Uh, since Texas has moved to the SEC, they've had a number one football team, number one basketball team, made it to the SEC championship in football. Softball ain't doing too shabby. Baseball is number top. They in top 25. I forget what number they are, but I don't know. I don't like it. I'm gonna drop a dime on these.
It's almost like the school with the biggest athletic budget in the country is doing something.
Seems so. Seems so.
I mean, I don't know if they are the biggest, but I know they're one of the biggest. And you get my point, though. Like,
Yeah,
they should be, bro. Like, it shouldn't be a surprise that Texas is good in anything, honestly. When you consider the money, the resources, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they got everything they need to be successful. They should be. You know, like, they're no different than how I feel about USC. You should be successful in almost every sport. You know, like certain schools in our conference, I'm not gonna mention, should be good in almost every sport just because of their location. But like when you look at the fact that there's a certain school in our state that has like a top 10 metropolitan area and no real other competition in terms of Power Five, like you should be good at everything.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm not talking about LSU, by the way.
Yeah.
New Orleans ain't no top 10 metropolitan area, by the way.
NFL Combine. NFL Combine is it's here. I honestly didn't think about it till I saw somebody post say it's Combine week.
Yeah, I forgot all about it.
Yeah, February 27th through Sunday. So it starts Thursday going through Sunday. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can. I don't know.
I think it's just this year's draft, bro.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't think it's the draft or this year's draft. I just don't care anymore about the combine. What you running it for?
No. I mean, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying like how much coverage have you seen of the draft? How much coverage have you seen?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know all the coverage I see, and it's probably my favorite thing to watch. Shador and Cam Ward talk trash to each other. That's my all-time favorite thing to watch on Twitter.
But like nobody's talking about it. So like how can you get excited about the combine if they're not making you want to see prospects? Like I want to see what this dude running the 40. I want to see what Travis Hunter does in this. So I want to see what this dude bench press. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even. Can you name 15 guys in this draft?
I probably can get you 10 or so.
But that's my point. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I'm just
no. I'm just saying. But the difference is I actually do watch college football. I'm not saying our listeners don't, but a lot of people they watch their team. And that's it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like. You don't really know who's all in the draft. You don't know about the guy. You don't know who Mike Green is. You don't know who some Ravel is from East Carolina. You ain't never heard of some of these people. And that ain't your fault. It's the fault of the people who's supposed to be promoting and hyping up the draft.
I am excited to see how Carson Benson performs. For those of you who don't know, he's he is a offensive lineman from Alabama A&M University here in Huntsville. He did well in the Senior Bowl, and he was invited to the NFL Draft Combine. I'm speaking his name because, like you said, a lot of people are not going to talk about it. I give A&M credit for this. They have been pumping it. They have been pushing, trying to get him, you know what I'm saying, some notoriety. I've seen LSU put their graphic up, but that's about it. And like, man, this is why I was kind of going with it. And I think you talked about it last year.
That's
Donald Walker.
Say.
Yeah, pro days mean more now. You can control your workout and throw to your own guys. I love it. You want to see me throw. So
I get that. I get that in a certain sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to go somewhere where you in a controlled environment and you can do what you know what I'm saying, you can kind of control who you throwing to and to make you look good and all that. But you can't control who you throwing to in the league. And so while I feel like there's certain people who have that luxury of being able to say, nah, I'm gonna just go do it at my combine. I mean my pro day. Like some of these guys gotta go do it at the combine because ain't nobody gonna come to their pro day unless they do it at the combine.
As we just mentioned, Carson Benson from Alabama A&M. I think if I'm not mistaken, the last 2 years, Alabama A&M hadn't had a pro day because no scouts and stuff were interested or looking at those guys, so they didn't have a pro day. Alabama State did a joint with UAB, and since they were going to have scouts, they did it there in 2017, 2018, and FAMU had their pro day the same day as Florida State, across the street from Florida State. About an hour or two after Florida State, nobody came. Nobody came. So,
I'm saying the combine still like there's the handful guaranteed first round pick guys who can say, nah, I'm gonna come to the combine, but I'm not gonna test. You know, but if you a wide receiver for, you know, Utah, or you know what I mean, if you were a cornerback for San Jose State or something, you ain't got no choice but to go to the combine and try to make a name for yourself.
I bet you, I don't know if he was invited. I ain't even looked at the comp. I got the full list here. Let me see. I don't see his name on here. What's the boy, the runner-up that was mad?
Nick Nash.
Nick Nash. I don't see Nick Nash. He's on here. He is on here. Nick Nash, even if he had a Warden Biletnikoff, he still would have did this combine.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter, he don't have to.
He don't have to.
He gonna do it to prove a name for himself as far as, you know what I'm saying, with the speed. And he's probably gonna, I think he said he's gonna do what, wide receiver drills.
No, he doing it as a cornerback.
As a cornerback, yeah. So he's gonna do it just to, you know, show he can do it. But yeah,
I don't know if he gonna run, but I haven't seen him say either way. But I would imagine he wouldn't run. And he'd say that for his pro day.
Yeah. I agree.
But yeah, I think I used to like the combine just to see what the guys would do against each other and stuff. But now all the guys who you really like interested in seeing what they can do don't really run and test at the combine. So it's like you might as well wait a month and catch them at their pro day and then compare their numbers. Like I missed it back when Deion was there at the pro day. I mean at the combine.
Oh yeah.
And Deion was interviewing the players after they ran the 40s. You know what I'm saying? Like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That was whenever I enjoyed the combine.
Yeah.
I forgot that white boy name, but that white boy was running, boy. You remember that white boy Deion was? Boy, you fast for a white boy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. That was, I'm looking at the invitee list because it came out said Will Campbell was invited to the NFL draft in Green Bay. I don't know how true that is, but because I'm looking at a list and it says of uh oh no, this the combine. This the combine. That's why I was gonna say that don't look right. Combine invite.
Yeah, Will Campbell definitely got a combine invite.
Yeah, no, this was no. This is what I saw. It was an article came out said about because Blake posted it to mess with Joe Corleone. Says top NFL brass called and officially invited LSU consensus All-American offensive tackle Will Campbell to the draft in Green Bay. This came from Jordan Schultz reported this. So
I mean, I can't believe I'm doing this. Somebody gonna clip this and send it to him too. In Joe's defense, getting an invite to the draft don't mean you're a top 25 or whatever prospect or whatever it was that Joe graded out. You know what I'm saying?
hold on, because let me go back to because there was some with that though. Hold on, I'm finna find it so I can read because that came up. So yeah, you say that, but here this is the rest of the tweet. The NFL is planning on being very selective this year and only plans on inviting 8 to 10 players who they feel are top picks or all
Who
time.
they feel. That don't mean
Yeah.
that's what
Hey, you
teams
absolutely
feel.
right. You
You see
absolutely
what I'm
right.
saying?
But I'm sure they got feedback. But
Aaron Rodgers was supposed to be the number 1 overall pick, and he went 22nd. You know what I'm saying? Like
he ain't the only one. If I'm not
that-
mistaken, Brady Quinn lasted to the next day.
Geno Smith went second round. Like it's or late round.
Darius Geis was supposed to be and we
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But yeah, it's I wouldn't bring up Darius Geis. That's a totally different situation. But
we didn't know it at the time.
The NFL knew about it. That's what I'm saying. Like these people fail because the NFL didn't see them talent wise like the consensus NFL draft experts saw them. That's why That's why I'm bringing them guys up. I'm not bringing up the guys who slid for character issues and nothing like that. I'm just saying like the NFL don't always view players the way these draft experts and stuff view players. Like, he dropped it.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I thought he for sure. Oh, he out. Oh, nope. I thought for sure he had caught it. But yeah, I just feel like I'm not I don't know. I think Will Campbell top 25 prospect. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that little invite to the draft thing don't prove that he is. I'm more interested into the people who saying Will Campbell should be a guard though. That's what's interesting to me.
They Will Campbell. I've heard Emory, but
no, I've seen people talk about Will Campbell's arm length. And he got less than 34-inch. I mean, whatever, arms, and that's not ideal for a left tackle. So he need to be moved inside the left guard. Now, as far as Emory and Miles Frazier, the Senior Bowl did that. Whenever you moved your right tackle to right guard and your right guard to right tackle, and both of them looked better than they did during the season for LSU.
Yeah.
That was pretty indicting.
Yeah. Go and get started on that. And there was some more NFL news came out today.
Week.
Tush Push.
Week.
I'm gonna ask this question rhetorically. We can talk about it, but I gotta answer some questions. I gotta answer some questions though. Should the Tush Push be banned, and how do you feel about it? But let me start by saying this, or asking these questions, Ant. Is there a safety concern with doing a quarterback sneak? Player safety concern outside of any normal football play.
No.
Okay. Um, is it any way in close to some sort of infraction or penalty?
No.
Okay. Has the tush push been stopped before when they play? Meaning has a team run the tush push, the quarterback sneak, and been stopped before?
Yep.
Okay. Is it just so happens to happen, or it happens kind of often?
It happens frequently.
Okay. So if every team just ran the tush push, is every team successful in doing it? Or is it just one team? That's
Just one team.
Okay. So
one team who just happens to have a quarterback who could squat over 600 pounds.
Yeah. Okay. So with all that being said, Ant, what advantage or offensive or extreme advantage does the Philadelphia Eagles have over every team? And you mentioned, the quarterback or whatever, but is there any other advantage outside of the player they have?
The offensive line is pretty good, but I mean,
okay. So there's nothing.
Anybody can get a good offensive line.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, this is go back to it. Soft. On a scale of feathers to two ply. This is definitely
it's pretty feathery.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you gotta it's a competitive advantage for one team because they have a quarterback whose skill set, if you will, is beneficial to run that type of play. So, that's ball game. And so he with him being able to squat 600 plus pounds, he's able to, carry some bodies and stuff like that and gain yards. And so not every team is capable of doing that. Not to mention they have great offensive line, especially when they had Jason Kelsey, a Hall of Fame center, in the mix. But like, if you want to say it's not a football play, it's a rugby play. Okay, I mean, I guess. But like, how is that different than running a fullback dive? That's a rugby play, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm like? So I just feel like if people wanna stop it, there's a way for you to stop it. Go invest in a 350-pound nose guard and bring him in on. Her Norman Hand, who the Saints used to have. Go bring in a big boy like that and just put him right above the center and make them at least have to go to the left or to the right to try to get this first down or whatever, touchdown or whatever it is, instead of being able to go right behind the center. Like, it's ways for the opposing team to defend this. We've seen it stop before. But I just feel like this is soft, bro. Like, if a team all of a sudden gets good at running Hail Mary passes, you gonna outlaw the Hail Mary pass? Like, what are we doing here?
We might have to start doing our top 5 softest football sports related stories. This will be my number 2. Number 1 gonna always be the Michigan lawmaker. That's number 1 right now.
The Michigan lawmaker.
Yeah, no, is it Michigan or Ohio State? Ohio State lawmaker, the dude, for the Senate who said made that look
making a felony to plant the flag.
Yeah, that's soft. That's ultra soft. That's gonna that might be all time number 1 because you can't get no softer than bring the law into it.
Yeah,
Bring
that's
now when I
fair.
say bring, not bringing 12, you call 12 because they, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
planting the flag on your field. You saw.
That that and Texas trying to get horns down to be a penalty is pretty soft to me.
Yeah, that's top 3. That's definitely top 3. So man, that's pretty much it. I know we still got Would You Rather, and we got a couple more hit or miss stories. Shout out, man. Black History Month too. Zeb Powell, man. I don't know if you've heard of Zeb. Oh, you know what? I'm glad he brought this up. I'm gonna get to this. Zeb Powell became the first black snowboarder to win gold medal in a near 20. Oh, I'm sorry, not in 20. Win gold medal at the X Games in Aspens for 2025, and he's only 20 years old from North Carolina.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever you sent the topics and you was like Zeb Powell makes history, I thought it was a boxer.
Yeah. Yeah, Zeb
I'm
Powell.
not because I knew
know.
who had a fight this past weekend, or is one this coming up weekend, something like that.
It might have been I think we didn't talk about it. Kershawn Davidson, who had
Yeah,
the fight against Burshink, who sent the bananas and watermelons.
yeah. See, I knew that, and then this one this weekend coming up. Don't Tank fight this weekend?
Tank does fight this weekend.
Yeah. See, I was thinking, my mind went to boxing because out of the fights that's been going on and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I missed the boxing match. Then I had to Google to see who he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty dope though, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I used to love X Games back in the day.
Man, used to love X Games with Tony Hawk, and then also with the Winters, the X Games with the what's your boy Sean White. Yep, Sean White. I used to always think, I was like, dang, Carrot Top athletic. But I'm glad Donald brought this up, man. So I knew this. I couldn't find out. I was looking up top. I was I'm missing something. Boom, there it is. That's what happens when you got one of the best audiences out there. But my man Donald says, what do you guys think about schools canceling spring games, supposedly because of fear of other teams getting a look at your players and potentially poaching them? Does that make the soft list?
I got an easy solution to this.
Go ahead. I already know. I already got a feeling I know what it's going to be. If you put the portal at a certain date, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Take away the spring portal window. Then they can't take nobody until after the season, and they was gonna be able to do that anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it's more than that. I think it's the fact. All right, what happens in July? Revenue sharing.
Okay.
So you got $22 million that you finna start dishing out to athletes, right?
Right.
Where that money coming from?
Coming from advertisements, TV revenue, and stuff like that, right? Coming from
but you like you finna sell some more advertisements or something?
Oh no, you're not. Okay.
Because you gotta look at like these athletic departments run on like deficits or barely making money. Like they
Supposed
don't.
to. I know. Yeah.
You know, like I'm just saying that that's the way they books read. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they barely make money. So where they gonna get $22 million from? You got to cut it from somewhere. And if I'm not making money from a spring game, because how many spring games are free?
Just a lot of them are.
And in most of them, if you pay a ticket, it's what $10, $15
like
at the most.
$15, and they don't have concession stands.
You're not making no money. You know what I'm saying? But you still gotta have all that security there. You still gotta have all these restrooms and all this kind of stuff and cleaning services and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So you losing money on the spring game. I gotta have police officers for parking and all this kind of stuff.
You're absolutely
I'm
right.
losing,
I ain't even think
I'm losing money on the spring game. So why even play it?
you make a valid point. I swear that I never even thought about that. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Um, do you care as a fan? No spring game?
Not really.
Because everything you want to know, you're probably gonna get from practice reports anyway.
I
And
don't
you're
take
not.
too much stock into the spring period though. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, man, where I'm at with it, bro. If it don't count, I don't care. If it happened in a practice, I don't care. It could happen in a practice before the national championship game. I don't care. Like if you can't do it in the game, I ain't trying to hear it, bro.
All
So
right.
I mean, I want to see. Sure, I want to see that. Yeah, Kylan Billy, I make spectacular catch over insert cornerback here. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see. Oh, Van Buren makes a pass to Nick Anderson and wide open or whatever, and then somebody picks off somebody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody picks off somebody. Oh, look at what Caden Durham did. Like that stuff cool to see, but like I want to see you make plays when it really matter, bro. Like I'm tired of us getting fed and sold these things and these practices by players and coaches, and they don't never pan out for real. So like,
All right. Um, would you want to see it? You said say show me. Fastest baby, at least in New Orleans area, was at the Pels game the other night. I didn't see this clip all over. That baby, that is probably the fastest I've ever seen that baby crawl race go. That is the exact when they talk about the tortoise and a half, that's exactly what I imagine it looked like.
hey,
And that baby
somebody
was
need to
flying.
find somebody need to find out where Usain Bolt was about 18 months ago.
That boy was moving. I ain't know man.
That boy Usain Bolt was in New Orleans about 16, 18 months ago, man.
I ain't gonna say nothing about that. But I'll leave that alone.
Nope. Don't even do it. You trying to find a way to say it. Don't even do it.
All right. Would you rather? You ready? Let's go. All right. Would you rather go undefeated on the road or at home?
At home?
Would you rather have to
Hold on.
score? Okay.
It depends on my mood.
I think
Because
it
most of the
depends on your
time,
home record. What your record is at home. That's the only thing that depends on for me.
well, not
Like
to me,
if
because
you
to me, it's like this. Like, if I'm on some, like, because I'm thinking LSU with this, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if I'm LSU and I'm like, yeah, I want to make sure we know what I'm saying, we defend Tiger Stadium and all that kind of stuff, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, I want to go undefeated at home. But if I'm on some like come on your trap, take over your trap, like let's go undefeated on the road and win all of them mugs, bro. Because we probably gonna only lose one at Tiger Stadium anyway. So let's just go undefeated at home, undefeated on the road, lose one at Tiger Stadium, we in the playoffs. Undefeated on the road. I changed my answer.
because I always try to look for a loophole. I always try to look for a loophole. My thought was, I guess the way I would kind of look at this ant, would you rather go 5-2 or 4-2 at home or 4-2 on the road? And if I can stomach the 4-2 at home or whatever, I guess it kind of depends on who I'm playing.
Yeah,
I'll take the
That's
undefeated on
that's
the
kind of what
road.
I was saying. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, if I know I'm LSU and I'm at Tiger Stadium, I'm probably gonna win most of my home games. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So if I take winning all my road games, because I'm probably only gonna lose 1 or 2 home games anyway.
Yeah. All right, next one. Would you rather have to score once on Jordan at his current age or beat Lamar Jackson in a 40-yard dash, but you got a 15-yard head start?
I score on Jordan all day.
Hey, you at your current age too, and you got your
That's
same,
fine.
you got your same knees and ankles.
That is fine.
Hey,
That's fine, bro. You said score. You didn't say beat them. You said score.
yeah.
I can hit a 3 on them. I ain't
Uh-huh.
trying to drive or nothing. I was like, check ball, pull up. Like, just like that. Like, boom, I done did my job. Man, I raised my daughter like 8 days ago, bro. A week ago yesterday. My quad still hurt, bro. I'm not finna race Lamar Jackson. Boy, what did you?
With
Boy,
a
I'ma
15
pull it.
head
I
start, listen.
don't care, bro. I ran 50 feet, and I feel like
So
I can't run no more. I can jog. Now, if you said we was running a 40, like a 400, I could jog now. Yeah, that's a little different, but I'm not sprinting nowhere, sir.
every
Nothing that
year,
important.
every year on my birthday, I race the kids on my team, a little league team. I did last year. I failed.
Mm-hmm. Getting older.
Or I say last year. Year before last, I failed. Last year, I didn't fall, but I didn't run as hard because I felt like
You was gonna
I was
pop
gonna
some.
pull. I felt that hamstring. I still grab my hamstring, and I ain't even pull. I just walk
Yeah,
with it just in case. With
man.
that
Look,
being said, I still I think I would take that chance on racing LeBar.
ain't no way,
Give
bro.
with 15-yard head start.
Ain't no way, bro.
Now I'm gonna ask this question because this on top of that,
I'm not sprinting, dog. I'm not.
with a 15-yard head start, that means he don't start until you 15 yards ahead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you get a running start to try to build up speed and hit your 15, and then he can't start then, and then you finish, or would you
Yeah,
just start?
definitely,
So,
definitely. Because
so we gonna both run for
if
this.
I start at the 15-yard line, I'm stumbling at the block, and nah.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna start. I might not start a full 15 yards. Like I might not start at the 0-yard line and
I'm gonna
sprint
start
to
at the
15.
0-yard line.
I might start at the 10, so I still ain't running as far, but I still got a little bit of momentum built
You
up.
only got 5 yards before he take out running, though.
No, I got 25.
No, you said a 15-yard head start.
15 yards. So yeah, so he can't start till I hit 15 yards. So even if I go up 5 yards or 15 yards from him, so even if I go up 10 yards and
You
I
can
take
only
out
go
running,
5 yards. That's 15 yards from him.
okay. So I start a 5 yard at the 5 yard line. That's 10 yards. I'm running for 10 yards before he can start.
Yo, you just said 25 yards.
Yeah, I
You
did.
said
I
you was
messed that
gonna
math
start
up.
at the 10 and go 15 yards.
No, I'm starting at the 10. Yeah, I'm gonna go 10 and go. No, I'm sorry. I'm starting at the 5, go 10 yards, and he start, and then he got to catch me.
Yeah, but that's not what you just said, dog.
Well, that's what I meant. Man, it's late. All right. Next one. Would you rather have to play? Would you rather have to defend the other team's best player
Oh,
or be guarded by the other team's best defender?
oh man. That was hilarious. Oh man, that was hilarious. I done had to do both. And I would it's much less frustrating guarding their best player. It's less frustrating. Because like they gon' hit some shots when you in good position, and you could just be like, hey, you just got to give them that. You know what I'm saying? Good offense beat good defense. You know what I'm saying? But like when you getting guarded by their best player and you like, and they putting clamps on you, that's frustrating, dog. Like when you feel like you can't go nowhere, you can't do, you can't get open. Like it's frustrating. I'd rather guard their best player.
I just feel like, and I guess because I be thinking about it because on NBA 2K you have to make that choice whether you're gonna be a lockdown defender or what you call it. I'd rather have the ball in my hand trying to score. And I get you. You absolutely right about the frustration, but I could do so many things to
Man, you
try
playing
to.
a video game, bro.
I know. I'm just saying. I would even in real life. It's so many things I can try to run off picks all the time. I
But
could
then you
try.
running all game.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Frustrating,
if you're a defender, you're gonna be running them all game too.
Not necessarily. Depending on how you guard them.
Okay.
Now, if you're trying to deny them the whole game, then yeah, you're gonna be running off picks. But if you let them catch and you just play good defense, they're not finna be running.
You're using very good logic here. All right. Would you rather retire your jerseys or rather your school retire your jersey or have a field/stadium or arena named after you?
Ooh. Give me the arena named after me. That's legacy type shit.
I think I might go retire my jersey. And it's the only reason why.
Because they build new arenas.
When they build arenas, not just that, sometimes, a lot of times, it's just the person who paid for it.
Nah, that's nowadays. Not back.
Yeah, but they weren't retiring back in the day. I ain't do nothing. Now, they might.
I mean, not, but I mean, like the Maravich Center, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm thinking of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you're absolutely. But you're right.
Put my name on the building, bro.
I can see it now.
And then it's like if you go into the like think about it like this. If you go into the Maravich Center, one person, how many retired jerseys do you see?
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I can see it now, though. Golden Boot Stadium. Golden Boot Field at Tiger Stadium. We're gonna get our money up. We're gonna get our money up if y'all give us
that kind of money. We're not buying field name rights, bro. We're doing so much shit.
Get some shit done. All right. Would you rather be play-by-play or color analyst?
Color. From experience.
I don't need to say no more. You shut that down quick. Easily,
bro. Yeah. Play-by-play, it happened too fast. You gotta think too fast, talk too fast. You mess around and say stuff like he put his hands on a lot of balls tonight and things like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, I was laughing at. I was watching. I think it was Houston playing. And they were talking about LJ Cryer, and he was talking about being on both sides. You know, saying that 3-and-D type. He said, that dude said he applies to deep. You know, he said he applies to D, then he goes down and goes deep. I was like, yeah.
Pause. If you that's the play-by-play guy doing that. The color guy just over there chilling.
Oh man. We got anything else before we get ready to get up out of here? I think that's about it, man.
Nah, that's all I think I got.
It did go final. LSU got the win, 13-3. They got a walk-off wild pitch.
Yeah, that's crazy. What softball did this weekend? I know they won one of their games.
I want to say they won 2 of them, and then or maybe 3.
I was saying they was beating Penn State, or like 5-1 or 4-1 or something like that.
Yeah. This past weekend, they so Friday they beat Penn State, and Southern Miss. They beat Penn State 10-1, Ole Miss 9-3. Then they beat Ole Miss 12-5. They beat Nichols 12-2, and then the the 5th game against Nichols got canceled due to inclement weather.
Yeah.
So they go this weekend. They go out to Cali. They take on UCLA, Cal State Fullerton, and Utah.
Yeah.
So they on the road though. 14-0.
Rolling
like a big shot.
That was random, cuz.
You said rolling? Yeah, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. Oh, shh. It's the rim cleat. Is a route.
Yeah, that's all I got, man. Rest in peace, Hooters. That's all I got.
Oh, they shut y'all Hooters down, man? Or is bankrupt?
No, they finna do that to a lot of Hooters. Boy, they finna close like 300,000 of them things.
Last Hooter I went to, Bill was flat. All they had were flat wings. And the waitresses. All right, that's my time. We'll be back on later on this week. Get the theme music going. Come on, theme music. There. All right. We out. This show was presented by betonline.ag.
Bring me my money.
You can find the Golden Boot Podcast on YouTube at Golden Boot. On Twitter at Golden Boot. On Instagram at Golden Boot. On Facebook at the Golden Boot Pod. On TikTok at Golden Boot. Or listen on all streaming platforms. Golden Boot!